Hi, everybody. I'm Chris Preimesberger, editor of eWEEK. Thanks for joining us today for our latest version of eWEEK eSpeaks and their video interviews with thought leaders in IT. Our guest today is Jamshid Rezaei, and he's the CIO of Mitel. Jamshid, welcome.
Thank you, Chris. Thanks for having me. It's a great pleasure to be here.
Yeah, eWEEK is proud to have covered Mitel very closely over the last 10 years or so. A lot of news coming out of your shop. Tell me a little bit about your background.
Sure. I'm the CIO here at Mitel. I've been here for the past 6 years. It's been a great journey, and as you know, Mitel is a market leader when it comes to communication and collaboration. Our vision is to make communication and collaboration seamless. And we do provide all sorts of cloud-based communication and collaboration solutions to our customers and partners worldwide. As part of my duty here at Mitel, I am responsible for Mitel's IT as well as the digital transformation journey that we have been on for the past 4 years. We have come a long way in terms of consolidating number of acquisitions that we have gone through in the past few years, and now really focusing on simplifying our business processes and tool chain and making it easier for our customers and partners to deal with us.
All right. Mitel is based in Toronto, Canada, correct?
Mitel was founded in Ottawa, Canada, headquartered in Ottawa. Oh. I am based out of Toronto for a different reason, but yes.
So one of the more important IT companies in all of Canada, for sure.
Absolutely, yes.
And
especially in the business communication and collaboration space.
Right. Wasn't Mitel a telecom before that? Or I'm thinking.
No, it was always Mitel Networks. It was always Mitel Networks. It was always about. We're a 47 years old company. It started with focusing on PBXs and business communication and collaborations. We were the first one to go virtualized, and now we're one of the market leaders both on the on-prem as well as on the cloud solutions that we provide to our customers and partners.
Right. Mitel then was way ahead of the curve on collaboration devices and networks. You're well embedded in the entire space long before a lot of companies have joined it.
That is true. The suite of applications that we have available on our communication and collaboration platforms gives that ability to our customers to communicate, collaborate on a daily basis when they're at the job, or whether they're in the office or remote. Regardless, they always have our cloud-based solutions. Gives that capability to our customers to be able to run their businesses from wherever or whatever device that they choose.
Right. One last question about Mitel. Is it strictly a software and cloud services company, or do you still do hardware?
We do primarily our solutions run in the cloud, our PBXs, and we do obviously we have devices like desk phones that we sell to our customers, and they use those. And also, if for whatever reason that there's a need for on-prem solutions, we still have our on-prem solutions, which is based on obviously hardware, but primarily software that runs on hardware.
Right. Choice is always good. So yes. For customers, if they want it in the data center, fine. If they want to use a cloud, fine. If they need the desk devices, fine. So that's great. Mitel satisfies all of those.
Exactly. And as a CIO myself, CIOs always love to have that option, and based on what their technology landscape is and how they want to fit into their existing technology, we have all the solutions available.
Right. Now, something very topical. Since many people are not working in offices anymore, they're working from home, or they're working from remote locations. The collaboration space has become so much more important and strategic now for businesses. We've talked about that before on eWEEK many times, but the aspect I want to talk about today is the idea of people working from home and the idea of people using shadow IT at the same time. And we can define shadow IT as, I guess, loosely define it as applications used for business that really aren't sanctioned by the business. They're being used by employees because maybe they have always liked using them and they're comfortable with them. They know all the shortcuts and they can help them get the job done. But that does leave open some real security holes, doesn't it, Jamshid?
It does. Actually, Chris, that's a great question. I think that's a question in every CIO's mind these days with the remote working. Obviously, with the remote working, the chances and options for employees to go after shadow IT is more than what it was being in the office environment, and with that. I think the number one challenge that this introduces to the business as well as to the IT organizations is always this security and compliance issues. So I would see that as the number one risk as employees. They choose their own solutions and not realizing that what the impacts are, whether that's a SaaS-based provider type of solution or it's a subscription-based type of solution. I mean, I take it from contract, like from the time that you obligate yourself to the terms and conditions, all the way to the setup, how it's going to be set up, how it's going to be integrated. That will all be introducing issues, especially with data integrity and how the flow and processes will work, and what would be the impact to the business based on those shadow IT choices that some employees may make in this working remote environment that we are in.
Right. Specifically, what does Mitel bring to the table to help businesses deal with this problem?
As for Mitel, we again, being a market leader in business communication and collaborations, I mean, number one thing for every business, as we all know, is communication and collaboration. Being able to freely communicate and collaborate, regardless of where you are and what device you're using. That's the fundamental thing for every business's daily operation. So Mitel, being a cloud company and having the different types and solutions of this communication and collaboration needs for customers, allows those customers to easily migrate into that remote working environment from their office space, as well as using these tools and utilizing it on a daily basis that empowers their employees with their day-to-day activities, basically. Our products like My Team Meeting is a great example of it.
Do the administrators on the business side have good visibility into the remote activities of the employees?
In terms of activities, there are features and functionalities enabled that will give you that type of activities that you would like to see, like from a login perspective or calls and how they are basically whether the active time or not. Yes, absolutely.
Okay, that's great, because I'm sure there are CIOs, and not just CIOs, but networking admins, CTOs who are thinking about this problem. I have been thinking about this problem for a while and not knowing exactly how to go about solving it. And Mitel is obviously a good one to go to for this, with all the experience the company's had, all the years in the business, and the acquisitions the company's made to help really bolster the whole platform. So it seems like Mitel's in a really good lane right now, especially with the time.
Absolutely.
So Jamshid Rezaei, thank you very much, CIO of Mitel. Thank you very much for being on eWEEK eSpeaks.
You're welcome. Thank you for having me. It was a great pleasure. Thanks, Chris.
Okay, take care. Yeah. Everybody listening along, thank you very much for joining us today, and have a great rest of your eWEEK. Thanks for joining us on eWEEK eSpeaks. Go to eWEEK.com to hear more conversations with IT thought leaders.